Happy 2017. Thank you for joining me for one more year with Astrological Insights. Thank you for being with me. In 2016, it was a tough year for many of us. It was like, you know, those things on Facebook where you see a person tumbling down a hill for a minute and a half and saying, this is how my 2016 has been so far. It's been quite a year with quite a lot of difficult configurations, quite a lot of difficult planets battling it out in the sky, but we start 2017 with good news, guys, and hopefully the rest of the year will carry on with this positive beginning that we're starting. But we also are forewarned for 2017 because I've prepared for you this amazing 82 pages yearly calendar together with Marina, Western and ancient Babylonian astrologer, and we've sold quite a few of them. None of them has been refunded. People are raving about it. They say we didn't expect, you know, for $30 to receive so much. It's like your daily astrologer with all the important astrological events day by day. When planets are visible, what is it best to do, what to avoid. So you no longer need to listen to me and tune in on YouTube and you know, for me to bore you with my long YouTube videos. You can just get the calendar and follow it day by day, see what's happening. And also, quick announcement, on the 8th of January, when Mercury is turning direct, I'm making a Uranus webinar. It's on a Sunday. Come join me only for $29. It's gonna be 5-6 hours. You know, I give it all my heart when I do webinars, and it's going to be about Uranus in houses in the birth chart, Uranus in with planets in aspects, Uranus in synastry in relationships, what if you have a Uranus relationships, Uranus in transits as well, what it means, everything about Uranus, you know. So this is the planet that really shakes us up and changes our lives, and it indicates where you can also be free in your life and you have the most independence. So come join me up for the Uranus, all about Uranus webinar on the 8th of December, or get the yearly horoscope, yearly calendar for 2017. Leo 2017, and I promise you good news, and here we come. Mercury is turning direct from the 8th of January. And this means that after the 8th of January, till the end of January, absolutely all planets are moving direct in the sky, which is so rare. I mean, we have Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, all the 8 planets except the Sun and the Moon, because they can't basically move backwards, you know, they can't move retrograde, but all the planets that can move retrograde are moving directly, which means that daily activity speed up, that we're experiencing new events in life, things that we haven't experienced before, things that are fresh, that are unfamiliar to us, and we have the green light to proceed forward with lots of new activities. And we do like that, especially Leo being a masculine fire sign. You know, Leo likes when things are not blocked down or when they're not introverted, but they're moving forward somehow. And kind of everyone likes that as well. So if you start new beginnings after the 8th of January till the end of January, do it now, like any important initiations, initiative, starts of businesses, marriages, whatever, try and do them in that time frame, because it's rare opportunity. I don't remember it happening for many years, actually, all those planets being direct at the same time for such a long time, usually maybe for 4 or 5 days at a time. But now just use this and, you know, start those new projects. So after that, those new projects can develop in a straightforward manner. Because when planets are moving retrograde and you start something new, it kind of, the final result is not what you expect. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be worse, but you have to adapt to changes. You have to, you know, do restructures, reconstructures. But if you start things during all planets moving direct, it's fairly straightforward from there on how this thing develops. And we have a very important event. And by the way, Mercury is going direct in your 6th house. So if there was some complications in regards to death, in regards to health matters, which is the 6th house, if there was some complications at work with workmates on some work project, if you had to work really hard or re-edit or revise some work projects, Or maybe some enmities from the past came back, because 6th house rules enemies and conflict and argumentation, and Mercury retrograde means that maybe some conflict and argumentation might have come back from the past to be re-examined. If any of those things have happened, I told you, health, which is a 6th house, work, projects, completing or working very hard or something complicated going there. I'm not going to repeat again. If anything of this happened, and the moment Mercury starts turning direct from the 2nd week of January 2017, you start untangling those situations, or the universe will help you untangle them, or the problem there will get resolved. Or if you've been working very hard on some project behind the scenes, putting order, organizing, which is 6th house, more efficiency, planning, organizing, brushing up on old skills, or having to use your skills to perfection, to the details, to having to do some re-edit, redo, then you start seeing the results of those hard efforts when Mercury turns direct. So that's another good news. Another good news is that Venus becomes the brightest it's ever been in 8 years. So you can see it even during the day. And according to ancient Sumerian Babylonian astrology, Trifon Nikolov told me this, and I'm learning with him now, and you're learning as well when you check out his monthly videos that we do together. We learn ancient astrology methods, how the Babylonians and Chaldeans were doing it, and the Egyptians, the ones who invented astrology actually. We're rediscovering amazing secrets from the past with him. But he said that now in December and January and even up to February, Venus will be the brightest it's been in 8 years, which means that, what does it mean, Leo? Well, it really empowers the planet Venus. It means that you can see during the day, so Venus gets the Venusian feminine planet, gets some masculine qualities as well, and that can be empowering for women overall. But let's see what Venus rules in your horoscope and where it's situated, where it's going to be so bright in the sky, so powerful. And also ancient people said that when a planet is bright, the brighter it is, the more visible, the higher its light is, the more powerful its manifestation is. And we're looking at now in January, it will be Venus that is so powerful and bright, because Venus is a benefic. It rules relationship, it rules material, luxuries, pleasures, physical, money, finances, you know, generally on overall, but specifically for Leo, Venus rules the 10th house for you, career, because Venus rules Taurus. So Leos can benefit in January in a powerful way, and even already from December and into February, they can manifest in a material way in regards to their career in some way. In regards, they can have positive developments with authority figures, with institutions, with government institutions. Something can manifest in a good way there. Or if they're in some Venusian careers, again, Venus can help them a lot, being so bright and so powerful, can empower them, because Venus gets this empowerment from the daylight as well. And actually Venus overpowers the daylight, that's why it's visible. So Venusian careers are working with money, with finances, with art, with beauty, with entertainment, with seduction, with love, with relationships, with counseling, advising, nursing, massaging, so many things, you know. So if you're in any of those careers, Leo, they can be any kind of artistic, creative career. Venus being so bright in Pisces, in such a bright, you know, such a powerful sign for Venus as well. Well, these things that Venus rules can very much benefit. And not only that, but Venus is in your 8th house. So now let's see how Venus can benefit your 8th house. 8th house is other people's resources and money. So you can receive support from women in some way. Or you can receive support from female clients. And it's not necessarily that they're female either, but Venus manifests materially and allows you to manifest the potential of your 8th house, because this is where it's visible for you. And the potential of your 8th house is to receive support, like through others, whether it's a loan, whether it's a money that comes to you, whether it's moral support from others, deeper intimacy. Or maybe even 8th house is psychologists, people, the astrologers, people that work with you on a deep level to help you understand your inner motivation, to help you solve old traumas, to help you solve inner conflicts and power struggles in your own demons. Can really, especially feminine especially some kind of a feminine help can come to you from such occult or psychological sources to help you resolve those issues of the 8th house. But on the material level, the 8th house, as I said, is resources coming to you from others, through clients, through, you know, through your marriage partner, through your boyfriend, girlfriend, through your business partners of some sort, through the government. So you can manifest there in a powerful way with this bright Venus in exaltation. Or maybe you can benefit from another person's resources, another person's talents. You're Leo, say, and you want to do something. Well, combine, just like I'm Moon in Leo. So combining my skills with another person or asking for help and support from another person's talents can become very beneficial. Because of this powerful Venus. And then the third good news is that Saturn and Jupiter are in a sextile the whole of January. It's not completed within the second and the minute, but the whole month they are very close to completion of the sextile aspect, within 1 degree of basically of the completion of that aspect. So it's active for me already. It's within orb. And they're basically it's happening in your 5th house, Leos, and in your 3rd house. So we have to combine the positive meanings, the positive, because this is a positive aspect, of the 3rd and the 5th house and see how this can manifest. I might omit some of the possible manifestations of this combination, but it's a rare one. The 2 planets of karma, the 2 planets of fate, Jupiter, sorry, not karma, but the 2 planets of fate, Jupiter and Saturn, when they're in a harmonious aspect, which is rare, we get to stabilize things socially. We get to stabilize our life. We get new opportunities, Jupiter, which can be lasting, which can have lasting results for us, Saturn, which can be implanted for a long term in our life. And this happen in regards for you, in regards to something connected to creativity and communication. Well, I can give you an example. Maybe for me, 3rd house rules communication, sending a message to people, speaking up, you know, any careers that are in marketing, advertising, media, teaching, writing, speaking, what I'm doing as well, you know, social media of any sorts, administrative work, marketing, management work, or commercial activities. This is the 3rd house where Jupiter is, and the 5th, Saturn is in the 5th house, which means private business. If you have your own business, you can implement some commercial activities now in regards to your private business, which can turn out to be very long-lasting, positive, which can uplift your private business. And usually the sextile brings opportunities which we are not aware from before, or which are gentle, and we have to mobilize ourselves and react to them and take those opportunities, something that we were not usually aware of before that comes up, but that can be gently, harmoniously uplifting. So commercial activities and business activities, or some creative project, the 5th house. You can have great new ideas in regards to that. 3rd house is your thinking. You can be able to put more order, or to put more, because 3rd house is about, you know, the not the structure so much of the business, but the commercial part of any business, the papers, the documents, the advertising, the marketing, the more kind of mercurial area of any creative activity. So if you have any creative, say you might be an artist, you might be a painter, you might be someone who makes horoscopes, and you want to present your art, you know, or your creative output to the world, which is the 5th house, and Jupiter will help you do it better through advertising, through connecting to people, through marketing, through social media, through writing, to speaking, you know. And you become more creative in regards also to your way of expressing of communications as well, 3rd and 5th house. Siblings, neighbors, or teammates, or co-workers, playmates, or teammates from your work, which is the 3rd house, can help you in some way with some personal project, the 5th house, or cooperating with teammates or playmates or associates can help you somehow with your personal business, with your own business, or with some creative idea. Or maybe if you want to promote a book you've written, might be a good time, there might be some opportunity. Or if you want to do the commercial things for advertising of some product you've made and you've worked on, which is 5th house. You've used your creative intelligence, and now Jupiter, sextile from the third house of commercial activity. So commercial and creative activities are merging to help each other in some way. Or maybe some hobby right now that you have, something you're passionate about, Saturn, you might be able to manifest it, you might be able to spread the message about it. Jupiter in the third house, you might be able to connect to people, cooperate with people on such things, or maybe you can develop a hobby that is more mercurial in nature, that is more kind of intellectual in nature, that requires the skill of the hands, third house of communication or learning in some way. Or maybe you can find new inventive ways of learning new skills. Third house, fifth house, again combining new skills is third house. Fifth house is also if you're learning something new, great time if you're learning some new hobby, something new passion, whether it's to do some new arts or craft, or whether it's to write, to anything new that you're learning now, which is the third house. You'll be able to implant it for a long time as a hobby and passion in your life, which is Saturn, which brings longevity, and in the fifth house, which brings passion and turning some kind of skill into something you're excited about, you know. So good time to learn those new skills. You'll receive the inspiration for that as well, and they can be implanted in your life for a long time. Then fifth house rules romance. How do we approach love? What barriers we put there? How do we allow to be loved? How do we give love? And say if you've been in a romantic relationships, fifth house, and if it's been somehow more complicated or difficult, or even not, Jupiter now can improve it with its positive aspect through good communication. The communication in the love relationships or in a relationship with children can improve for you. Fifth house is also our children. So if you're having you might be having some, you know, the communication with your child can improve in some way, or your child might be a reason that you learn new skills in some way, or inspiration. Fifth house naturally rules inspiration, brings new skills and the desire to learn new things, or some kind of travel. Third house can bring some romantic developments there, fifth house, or some romantic relationship, or some creative project, or some business project, which is fifth house. If you have your own business as the fifth house, can lead to some travel, third house, or to arrangement of some document in a positive way. Okay, or communications with children, we said, with loved ones. So yeah, there are hundreds and thousands of possible combinations between positive influences from third and fifth house together. I try to outline some possibilities. So hopefully at least one of those you will manifest. You will manifest for sure. It's just maybe I have not mentioned everything possible, but within that line of thought, basically. So that's my horoscope for you, Leos. Thank you so much. As you heard, I don't have bad news, you know. So you can manifest something from others, and you can also, you know, Mercury is going direct. So I try to mention absolutely everything that of interest that's happening in January 2017, and a lot of it tends to be quite positive. And if something stressful is happening in your life that is really out of whack with this prognosis, well, you need a personal horoscope, because I'm just looking at your sun sign here or your ascendant sign, but what if you have Venus at the 17th degree in Capricorn, which is impossible for Leo, but, or Mars, then Pluto is passing over there and it's totally turning your life, and it feels like life and death situation. This is only a personal horoscope can pinpoint such things, but generally, you know, that's what Leo can expect. And check out all my reduced courses. Some of them are half price, some of them are 1/3 of the price. No, some of them are reduced with 1/3, some of them with 50% till the 1st of January 2017. So we have 2 more weeks while we're offering the reduced courses that I've done, and I don't have refunded courses, maybe 1 or 2 out of 1,000 sold. So people really love them because I give it all. What can I say? I'm not humble, I'm Leo Moon. I really give it all from all my heart when I do something, and they go twice as long. But anyway, thank you so much, Leos, and Happy New Year again.